y'all know that much is being said about water. Why? Because you have the water and people need it. And why is that important? Because as Dr. McKellar said, the comptroller is not just about your money, it's also about many things involving money. So I'm Michael Lange, and I'm running for state comptroller. I've got 40 years of real world experience working in industries affecting the comptroller. Think about this. The comptroller looks after 338 billion, that's with a B, of your money. They do that with a staff of almost 3,000 people and more than 30 offices around the state. So think about it. The comptroller is the cash flow of the state of Texas. It's what makes this state work. It collects the money, but also makes things happen. Remember, the comptroller is not a legislative job. It doesn't make laws, doesn't change laws, doesn't get to vote on laws, but it influences a lot. Remember the old phrase, it doesn't count until the money's in the bank? Well, the comptroller is kind of the person who puts the money in the bank to make things happen. And according to the Texas, the comptroller's agency is supposed to be independent. That means it doesn't report to the governor, it doesn't report to the lieutenant governor, it does not report to the Texas legislature. It reports to the people of Texas through the state audit board. So think about that. An independent agency, it's supposed to be focused on your money. See, I believe you worked hard for your money. I did not grow up in a rich family. I'm the son of immigrants. My father came here with no language and no money, and he created a life for us by working hard and caring about people of Texas. And that's kind of the way we were raised. Look, it's not easy making a living these days. As a matter of fact, it's getting harder. A lot of people are worried about their monies. A lot of people are worried about affordability. What if I told you the comptroller could affect all of that? Think about it. The comptroller is your money. It's how you spend money. But also the comptroller can do things like influence new job creation. What if you had a comptroller that cared about Smith County, that cared about East Texas, and said, look, in all the money we spend in Texas, what if we could create more new jobs in East Texas? How would y'all feel about that? Because it's going to be here, it's going to have to happen, but what if you had a comptroller that says, look, let's do this? And let me ask you a question. Do you really feel that the money that goes into the state of Texas is used correctly? Are you happy that your hard-earned money is actually being spent correctly? When, for example, a bridge in the coastal bend that was supposed to cost $2 billion ended up costing $5 billion. Does anyone look into that? Not sure. A lot's been said recently too about education. Now, my mother was a teacher. I've got two sisters who are teachers. So education is something we care deeply about, and I care deeply about. The school voucher question, if y'all are interested in it, has been settled. It's settled law. What do we know? $1 billion of your money is going to be spent on school vouchers this year. And it could cost Texans anywhere between $20 to $50 million to expense that. How would you like to know how that $1 billion is being spent? What if you had a comptroller who cared about your money and wanted to be transparent with what you do? How about if you know where every penny of that money went? The comptroller doesn't have to show you for 5 years what they do with money oftentimes. What if they showed you right away? What if you had a comptroller who said, look, if I'm allowed to be your comptroller, I'm not going to sit in Austin. On a regular basis, I'm going to go around the state and show you and explain to you how your money's being used and how effective it's being used. What do you have someone who believed in making sure that your life was safer? So I have 40 years of real world experience. What if you had someone who said, look, despite that experience, I will use all my business acumen to make this job better. But you know what? In business, the bottom line is net profit. It's cold, it's hard, and it's uncaring. But that's not what the people of Texas need. They need a comptroller who wants to be a servant leader. And when you make decisions about the people's money, it's about this. Are the people of Texas safer because of this decision? Are the people of Texas better off, and does it make their life more affordable? What if you had a comptroller who thought about that in every single decision with your money? Would that make a difference to you? And I want you to ask you this question. Who do you think's more powerful? The comptroller or the Texas Rangers? And I don't mean the baseball team. Well, it's the comptroller. Why? Because if state money is involved, the comptroller has the right to audit and go in and check anything that's going on in the state of Texas. And he can't be stopped from doing that, or she can't be stopped from doing that. Think about that. Anything that looks wrong can be audited by the comptroller. Think about what they could show you in what's happened in recent times. Maybe that bridge, maybe some other cost overruns. What if you had a comptroller that actually cared about your money and how it worked for you? I'm Michael Lange. I want to give you a better bang for your buck. I'm running for comptroller because Texas needs a better comptroller. And remember this, money isn't red, money isn't blue. It's the same color for all of us. If you have a comptroller that cares about your money and does it well, every Texan will win. If you have a person that does it in a mediocre way, every Texan loses. And keep in mind, we're a state of 32 million people roughly. We grow by 10,000 people a week. Think about it. Every Monday, roughly, we have 10,000 new people coming to Texas or in Texas who need water, housing, electricity, and many other things. So the comptroller is not about just making sure the money today is working well, but tomorrow and 10 years from now. So you've got to make sure Texas is future ready. What if you had someone who's already done that before? Someone who can be effective day one. And if Michael Lange is your comptroller, your money's going to be safer, life's going to get more affordable, and you're going to understand how your money's being used, and more importantly, the future of Texas is going to be a lot more sound in terms of water, electricity, jobs, education, everything. Is it time for a change? Are you tired of more of the same? You want to keep getting ripped off? Or do you actually want someone who's going to care about Texas and how hard you work for your money? I'm Michael Lange. My website is Texans for Lange. It's F-O-R-L-A-N-G-E, texansforlange.com. If you want a better Texas, if you want a safer Texas, if you want a more affordable Texas, if you want to create more new jobs in East Texas, let Michael Lange be your comptroller and see what difference someone who really cares about Texas and who loves this place, who calls it home, actually matters. Thank you all very much. Y'all have a good one. Thank you.